Morning on this fine autumn's morning. It's quite cold here in Gloucester. This is me, Doug Martin, for another gambling-free video. Today's a momentous occasion because basically today was the day that my dad went into hospital a year ago, and he never came out. It destroyed me. I don't think I've been the same since. But you get through it day by day. I remember this time last year, maybe a bit before then, I got paid on the 26th of October, and I blew all the money I had, 460 quid. The first paycheck I had from my new job, and had no money. I was buggered, man, for almost 4 weeks. I was completely screwed, and it was a hard time for me because I wasn't really consistent with my kids. It was when it suited me. I hadn't revealed to my dad that I fucked up. I was in a very difficult position, and I wanted to give it a go about trying to give it up. And I never really tried. I didn't really put any effort in to it. I just seen a magpie there, so I know Dad's watching, and I didn't really put much of an effort in to try and get off it. I just relapsed after relapse, and I remember after when my dad went into hospital, 16 whole days I had to endure the pain of watching one of the most beautiful human beings I ever knew just die. And it was a horrible experience for me, because I've never experienced or seen anyone die in front of me before, and it hurt me, because I'd rather it had been me than him. I went through a couple of months where I was still gambling up until January the 4th, and then that was my rebirth date. Like, I don't really celebrate my birthday now. Like 14th of December, yeah, it's my birthday when I was alive, but I don't celebrate it. The day I would celebrate would be the 4th of January, because that's where I got my life back. Things been tough. Things been strong. Strong at times. I've been strong at times. I felt weak at times. I've got through it. Like, I'm on this gambling site that's for gamblers who are in recovery to get off gambling. I want to see a few people on there who relapse, and they give it a try. But the thing is, my dad used to say to me, if you want to give up something, you got to want it. It's all right saying you're going to do it, but you got to be at the point where you want it. You want to change. And that's probably why the main reason why I've stayed clean of it for over 300 days is the fact that I want to stay clean and I want to stay off it. I remember the first few months were tough. I tried to take my own life, as I've mentioned before, because I couldn't cope without Dad being here. I struggled dealing with the loss. He's my best friend, and I miss him. truly and deeply. And I hope he's up there, and I hope he's smiling and he's proud, because I don't give a damn what anyone says. Most people gave up on me. Most people did. And I stand here today, a better person, a better man, and I've taken the hand that has been dealt to me. I took it on the chin. I've blown through it. I've blown that door down through shining colours, and that's my biggest achievement in 2019, is to prove to myself that I can stay away from it. I remember the moment I wanted to take my life. I just wanted to end it all. I had enough. You know, my kid's mother refused to speak to me. She was ignoring me, which is understandable. My brother tried to say that I did nothing for my dad, obviously. And I was missing my father. I was just a lowly cleaner. I felt like I failed at life. I felt like I failed myself so much, man. But then, you know, as my dad says, you dealt the hand that feeds you. And sometimes you gotta go through the worst parts of your life to find yourself. And I found myself, and that's why I'm in the position now where every month I get to the end of the month, I actually have like a couple of £100 left on my wages, and I seem to just somehow stop myself from spending it on crap. I see a few people on the gambling and recovery site. They say they want to like get off the gambling, but this is me telling them to their face, if you really want to give it up, you got to put the work in. You can't expect it just to come your way. You got to be willing to take the hits, have the bad times, put the work in. That's why I feel quite privileged to see guys on there and girls that say, I've gone 1,000 days, or I've gone 900 days, or I've gone so long without gambling. I've only gone 300. To me, that's not a lot. It might seem a lot, but it's not a lot. And that's why I won't be truly proud of myself or feel I've achieved something until I get to the second year and I'm over 700 days. That's when I know, I think, yeah, I'm onto something here and I've achieved something here. I hope with time I can make things right with my son and my daughter, and that their mum forgives me to a degree, to the point that we can be civil, that we can coexist for their sake. Frankly enough, I just want to apologise to her for all I put her through and all I put the kids through. I think that's why I'm here doing this in the this next video, because it's my way of saying, no, I'm sorry. And that's how it always begins. The healing process is to say you're sorry and mean it. That's why I'm walking around here, Kingsway, like an idiot, going, yeah, talking to myself on a video phone camera, and people just look at me like, this guy's crazy, man. Something wrong with him. But you know, they only knew, eh? Christmas is only about 7 weeks away, which is amazing. It's come so quick. Just think, I blinked before and it was like summer. Now it's near enough winter. And absolutely unbelievable. Switch hands because his hand's cold. So it's going to be a big achievement for me this year, bigger than staying gambling free, bigger than running, bigger than doing all these crazy things I've done this year. To be positive, will be to be able to buy my daughter and my son Christmas presents. I haven't bought them Christmas presents in almost 3 years. That's a long time. Like, yeah, they had the odd thing 2 years ago, but that's like a bike and one toy. But I can actually really put some effort in and be proud of achieving that. Like, yo, I'm putting money into my kids rather than the machine. I see the smiles on their faces that they have a good Christmas. I'm not the biggest Christmas guy. Never have been. Haven't been since I was a kid. But this one I want to hopefully is a good one, and just show the people I care about that I care. Because I've always been one to struggle to tell people how I feel about them and make an effort with things. And I know now that's the thing I need to improve on, making an effort. Coffee's good. Winter's coming. Winter is coming. Oh. Yeah, very cold today. What's crazy is I think once I get to 365 days, well, not even that, 366 days, the day after my year, I think that's when I think, yeah, now I'm achieving something, because I've done the hardest point. The hardest point is doing the first year, because you're learning more about yourself, about the process, about how to stay off the gambling. You learn more about yourself. I've learned that I'm fitter than I thought I was, like running half marathons. A big achievement was for me in Cardiff when I ran it under 2 hours. Unbelievable. I was so overjoyed. I was so happy. I felt like it's like the biggest achievement I've done since I was at uni. I'm sorry for these stopgaps, but like, I don't want people hearing what I'm saying, so they don't hear me. But obviously I would do it in the house, but I don't want my mum hearing it, so it's crazy. I'm in the middle of writing a book. Take it day by day, take my time. I hope to have it finished by like my dad's birthday of next year, May 6th. But it's gonna be called Gambling Addiction. And it's gonna be called The Stories About Gambling Addictions. That's what I want to like. Hopefully, have other people's stories, transcripts that they say to me, that I can process onto the book and talk about other people's scenarios like my own. Like, I'm not ashamed of talking about where I was at and what I did and where I went wrong. I'm happy to do it, because you gotta, to really truly recover, you gotta process where you went wrong and what you did, to really say you can say you're on the road to recovery. And that's why I'm writing this book. Like, I do these YouTube videos not for the fun of it. I do it so if there's someone out there who needs some advice or needs help, they can find my video, and if it inspires even one person, I've done my duty as a human being and as a man. But also the next coming weeks, every single day from today until the 19th, I will be recording a video every single day on different things, on how to get yourself onto a debt management program or an IVA program, what's the pros and the cons of it for gamblers. I'm going to give you the process of like going to the NHS, speaking to them about your gambling addictions, going to Samaritans or Calm. Right. Because all those processes helped me, like going to Good Samaritans, going to Calm. So every day I'll be doing a new video for the next 16 days. And it should be good. And then on the 19th of November at 8:36 in the evening, I will be setting off balloons off in my dad's memory. So I'm going to try and see if I can get 80, and be setting them off that evening. So I'll be putting that process up on YouTube. I'm going to put it on the gambling page as well. That'd be a special moment. I have 40 white balloons, 40 black balloons. See if we can get permission. I'm going to set them off at West Lodge Drive with my dad. I'm going to set off some at West Lodge Drive, some at the care home, some at the grave, some at my Auntie Ruby and Boogus' house as well. Just in his memory, just to let him know that he ain't forgotten. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, to this whole process. I think it'd be amazing the next 16 days. So tomorrow will be a video of how I stopped, or how you put the process into stopping. First of all, like an insight to it, you've got to admit that you've got a gambling problem. You've got to admit that you have a gambling addiction. You need to forgive yourself and control what you can control. Whatever you can't control, let it go. Just believe in yourself. Admit to yourself that you can stop. That is the beginning of the process, and I can't tell you more. That is the beginning. That is when I realised that I had to change. Is when I realised, I need to change my ways, man. I'm gambling far too much money. I can't eat. I can't sleep anywhere. I'm struggling. I need to stop. Forgive yourself, which I did. I forgave myself from hurting my children, hurting their mum, hurting the people I care about. You gotta heal yourself, and when you heal yourself, the people around you or who were around you who don't want to talk to you, they will see the fragments coming back together, and they will see that you're changing your ways. So that's all I can say. So tomorrow will be about that, admitting, and then the next day I'll be getting a self-excluded piece of paper and tell you if you want to do it, how to process it, how to get it up, how to stop yourself. That's online. That is online. That's on in the bookies. That's even getting help from the bank to stop. Even if you've got to put blocks on them gambling, Not only that, you can Monzo. It's a very good one for people who are real struggling. Get a Monzo account. It will block all gambling sites, any gambling activity. When you get paid your wages, pay your bills and put the rest of it into the Monzo. If you can't fight the urge, put it all into Monzo and they will stop it if you do online gambling. I kid you not, that's what they do. I'll be doing that, the process of that. Then the third day will be trying to walk around Gloucester on a Friday and try and talk to people who gamble and why they gamble, and see if and ask them, do they feel they have a gambling problem, and just go from there and find out why they want to do it. It'll be interesting to find out why people do these things. It'll be interesting to see why people tend to gamble, what reasons they have to gamble. Be interesting. And then the fourth day, just going to talk about the tips I got to keep myself from gambling. Like, I took up the gym, I took up running. So if you want to get into the gym, I'll be in the gym. I'm going to try and speak to my friend Drew and see if he'd be able to come with me to the gym, and we just do little drills and we work out little drills for YouTube just to put up to help people that gamble who want to find a ways of concentrating on something else. I'll be doing that video as well. So it's going to be an exciting time. So I'm going to call this the 16 days of the gambling recovery. So in honor of my dad, that's why I've come up with this 16-day thing. And I'm looking forward to it. So here we go with it. Zinda Kaluki.